Welcome back, tasters, to another episode of Tim and Shayne Taste Everything. We have a special bottle review here for you. We actually borrowed this bottle from my neighbor Jeff, so shout out to Jeff over there. He's a freaking man. He found a bottle of the Maker's Mark Heart Release of the Woodfinishing series, Volume 1. It says 1 of 5, but it says it has caramel, notes of caramel, chocolate, and maple. Comes in at 111.7 proof.
I like that.
Yep.
That's perfect. So I love it. It says volume 105,
Mm-hmm.
and then you look on the other side, and it says for this second chapter of our limited release.
Interesting.
You guys are drunk while you're printing the labels off.
They might. Good catch, man.
I have to look on the front. It's just kind of weird. Volume 105, and this is our second version.
Yeah,
I don't know. Whatever, print it.
Label them.
Yep. They don't care about
Don't
that.
worry about it. Yeah, that happens, man. I don't blame him. I would do the same thing.
Yep.
Spent all the money to
cost him $1 million to switch it, and he'd be like, "No,
no,
we're good.
Not gonna take $1 million bath, thanks."
So I'm admittedly a pretty big Maker's Mark fan.
Yeah.
I kind of like most of the stuff they've done.
Mm-hmm.
I also like I like their pricing scheme, which is always relatively budget friendly.
Yes.
They don't go crazy on their stuff. This is one of the more expensive bottles that I think they have right now. That's not, super rare or whatever. Yeah. But from what I gather and from what I've seen for reviews and what I've heard and from what I'm smelling, I'm gonna guess this is some good stuff. Because I've looked at reviews of this stuff, and I don't think I've heard anything bad yet.
Same. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm a Maker's fan. I think my favorite offering of theirs, certainly that shelf stable, is their cask strength.
Yeah.
Maker's, it's delicious. It's always a caramel bomb.
Yep.
And for $40, man,
it's hard to beat.
So good.
And this stuff has even for a special edition or limited release, it's got like the trademark Maker's smells, man.
Smells like Maker's.
Oh man, like just crazy smooth sweetness.
In a little bit of a darkness.
Yeah, I like that.
That you don't normally get with Maker's.
Yep.
Usually Maker's is pretty bright, rich caramel, vanilla. But this has a little bit. I can see where they're going with that chocolate.
Caramel, chocolate, and maple. I could see picking each of those out.
Yeah, with a nice strong oak presence.
Mm-hmm.
Does it say? Okay, oak staves. I was thinking maybe French oak, the way that it's coming off the glass, but it smells really good.
It smells awesome. 111 proof. Yeah, it's right around what I like.
That's a great spot.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty standard for their cask strength stuff. They're right around that 110, 111 proof.
Yeah.
Which is a great proof point.
It smells so good.
Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do it. Yeah. That's good.
That's really, really good.
Everything you get on the nose, that vanilla, that darkness. There's a very strong, not strong, but it's not the right word.
Prominent,
nice, prominent
front
oak.
Yep.
Vein that just
but not right through overpowering.
Not at all. It just kind of rounds it out.
Yeah. It's got the perfect amount of heat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, you can taste almost everything. But yeah, the backbone is wood. It's a nice oaky,
a little barrel char.
Yep. Man, that is good.
Nice. I love that. Like, if there was one thing I would always wish for from Maker's, is that there's a darkness to it, and this has it.
Yeah, it really does.
It is fantastic.
Man, now I'm looking forward to the other 4, what they're going to do.
Yeah. See if they'll shake it up.
They should. I hope they keep along that line of adding this depth of flavor
Mhm.
into it, though, because you think of General Maker's one of the greatest bourbons to be able to sip and make a mixer just because of the price.
Yeah.
Not super easy to find all the time. Something that's relatively budget friendly that you can actually sip on, put over the rocks, a little bit, and
Mhm.
then also not feel bad about mixing it up with a soda or a drink or something.
Absolutely.
But it's always been on the lighter side. You know what you're getting, you know what you're tasting.
Yep.
This takes what they're good at and then adds a little depth to it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it is so well balanced, it's nuts.
Yeah. Yep.
And the proof is like perfect. I think if they went any hotter, it might take over a little bit and kind of take away from some of that. But wow.
No, that's like right at their cask strength. They don't get
That's good.
They don't get super high in their proofs, which
No.
I don't think is a bad thing.
No, not. I don't either.
I remember quite a few years back when I first started like making cocktails and getting into whiskey and stuff like that. I went to buy a bottle of bitters, and I realized how ungodly expensive they were for Angostura bitters. So I'm like, I can figure this out. And I did some research, and I put a recipe together to make my own citrus bitters and distilled everything, or not distilled, but um, extracted everything, all the different ingredients. Like you extract everything separately. But somewhere along the line in my research, I had found that around 100 proof was the best proof to extract at.
Okay.
And so that's kind of cool. That's why I always think of that every time I see a bottle of Makers, and that proof is right around that.
Yep.
Yep. 100 to 110, 111 proof range.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's like the prime extraction.
Yep.
Proof.
Yeah, it's just right in the right spot, man. I could have a couple of pours. The hazmat stuff, it's cool. Oh yeah, I'm drinking something that's almost 130 proof, and I can have a half of a thing of it.
Yep.
And be like, yeah, that's really good, man, and that's all I'm not gonna have it until next year.
Right.
This stuff at 111 proof. I mean, I could sit here and sip on this all year round.
Oh yeah.
It's not heavy like, oh man, this would be great in the winter next to the bonfire. I'd have this all the time.
Yeah. That being said, though, it would be also a great winter pour.
It would. That's the cool thing. But there's no way I would like look under my thing and be like, I'm not going to have that until it gets cold out. I'll drink that right now.
Absolutely.
It's so good. But yeah, absolutely in the winter that'd be a go-to too.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great job, guys. Absolutely great job.
Excellent offering.
Man, nose is fantastic. Flavor is classic Makers, but elevated. They added some. Yeah, it's really what it is. They added an awesome depth to it.
Elevated Makers.
Yep.
And I don't remember what the price necessarily was on it. I think Jeff told me he paid around 70.
So, and like I said, I bought a bottle and it was almost 80.
Okay.
And I'm sure they're going to vary from where you are.
Yep.
But I'm not even mad that I paid $80.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
I think it's worth it getting it into that $70 to $80 range. I think MSRP is a little under 70.
If you can find it, that buy two.
Yeah. Yep. But that's a point of reference, I guess. Good stuff.
Very good. Yeah, it's a total buy for me. That's a 8.7 for me.
Yeah.
That's up there. Real good. You see it, pick it up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, don't even think about it. Pick that up.
Yep. Excellent stuff.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Tim and Shayne Taste Everything. Take care.